You want to know why? Yeah. We've woken up to another brand new day. It's the 29th of April, 2025. Welcome. My name is Kojo Dasabra. You're welcome to the biggest morning show. This is the AM Club right here on MX24. We're coming to you live from MX24 Studios at Tulende Street, East Legon, Accra. Pretty much excited about today because our mission is quite simple. Here to amplify, inform, and inspire you with our fun, fearless, and fact-driven on-air experience. We kick off with some inspiration. That's what we do every single day right here on the show. It's called My Daily Dose of Vim. Yes, just to give you that vim for a morning like this one. All right? Simply put. And after that, we get straight into Coffee Daily. Today, I'm dripped coffee. Yeah, I'm dripped coffee because, yes, I cannot do away with my Carbo Coffee. Of course, Coffee Daily is what you can courtesy Carbo Coffee. Carbo Coffee says they're with you every single moment. We're recapping trending stories for the past 24 hours. And of course, some sports updates, some entertainment updates. Champions League is definitely in action. Paris Saint-Germain are definitely going to be facing Arsenal tonight. We'll see how that one goes later on the show. What are your predictions? You might as well just let us know. You know, when it comes to sports, later on, we'll definitely be held down by Betway. I'll tell you much more about Betway right into the show. For a big conversation, we're throwing the spotlight on International Dance Day. Woo! This is where my producers give me a song. Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Yeah, I got to see my dance moves today. Yes, today is International Dance Day. So we're celebrating the achievement, challenges, and impact of dance in Ghanaians and in Ghana over the years. And on the plug, we're throwing the spotlight on Cyber Heist. It's a play which you can come this Friday. All right, remember, you're a major part of this show, so join us online. And the hashtag is hashtag the AM Club, and our handles are at MX24GH on every single platform. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is MX24GH. Follow MX24 on Ayoba. Join the MX24 channel for updates, and send us your messages via our Ayoba number, that's 059-229-2746. Kindly visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun, the excitement of the AM Club shows featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss. All right? So you can also reach us via our WhatsApp number, that's 0550331511. Send in your comments and your reactions to everything that we cover right here on the show. So jump back, show. If I were you, or definitely call a friend to tune in. Don't be selfish about it. It's time for my daily dose of them. Welcome back. Time for us to get into my daily dose of them, and it's time for us to get some inspiration. Today we focus on Letitia Michelle Wright, born 31st of October 1993, is a Guyanese-British actress. She began her career with guest roles in the television series Top Boy, for which the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, that's BAFTA, named Wright among the 2015 group of BAFTA Breakthrough Brits. In 2018, she attained global recognition for her portrayal of Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Black Panther, for which she won an NAACP Image Award and a SAG Award. She reprised the role in Avengers Infinity War 2018. Now, the fact that I just, gave a grin was over the weekend. I had the video, which I did post on my socials, which had the Panther theme. But we're excited about this one. Enjoy. We'll be right back.
I identify myself as a child of God, and I can't get up here without thanking God. But I just wanna encourage you, anybody that's going through a hard time or something in their soul, or that they've lost their light, I wanna encourage you that God made you and you're important. There might be some of you here that's going through depression, that's going through a bad time, and you're putting on a smile on your face, and nobody can see that, but you know it, and God knows it. And I just want to encourage you, and I just want to say that God loves you, and just let your light shine. I identify myself as a child of God, and I love
this. I identify myself as a child of God. she's just won my heart already. For the fact of that statement alone, she's won my heart. I don't know about you, but hey, identify yourself with God. Because you see, if you leave the God factor out of what you're doing, you're not going to make it, whether you like it or not. Let no one deceive you, people. Let no one deceive you. Anyone who is successful, anybody who is successful believes in something. They haven't told you yet. Maybe they haven't made it known to you yet. But hey, they your lane inside. Yeah, they your lane inside. That's what I can say for this morning. But anyways, that's a wrap for our daily dose of Vim for today. We take a quick look at major happenings across the world. Next, getting straight into Coffee Dailies, brought to you kind courtesy Carbo Coffee. Carbo Coffee says they are with you every single moment. I know Carbo Coffee, I saw it on their page somewhere where there's some series coming up. I'm looking forward to it on the 1st of May. But you know how we do. Before we get into that, we need to set the mood right. Let's get into some music. Enjoy this one. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, welcome back from that break. This is still the AM Club coming to you live from the MX24 studios, only on the streets, East Legon, Accra, Ghana. It's now time for Coffee Daily with Cowboy Coffee. Now let's take a look at what is trending on X. Loads of conversations coming up. But before we get into that, let's talk about something we all want, and that is success. Everybody wants it. Everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need somebody to be there for you, Cowboy Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working or just creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowboy Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowboy Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowboy Coffee is with you every single moment. Now let's check what's trending on XJ.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
I feel naked.
Oh. What does that even mean?
Yeah, because I don't have my watch on.
Ah, that.
I forgot that.
Oh, I was going to feel like that. You know the last thing I did before we went on? That one, even if the whole world is covering that part of my body and I don't wear it,
yeah.
I feel very naked.
I was like, what is, there's something missing. Like,
what happened? What happened?
I forgot that I left it. I left it at home.
Why? What happened? Why did you take it?
I don't know.
Late?
Funny, mostly I'll leave it in the car, but I don't know, this time around, I think I just took it off.
Because you were feeling super stylish, like as of yesterday.
No,
MC for Nina, MC.
Oh, Miriam Udwak.
What was the MC for?
You've tortured my life since yesterday till now. Why?
I was so starstruck. Like
Starstruck.
I'm telling you. Like I was looking, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like, yo. Like the most wonderful. Like, what? Oh my God, you do this, okay? Maybe, I don't think that when was the last time I saw you MC anything?
Yesterday.
No, before, I mean before yesterday.
I don't know.
Hey, it's been a while.
Okay.
And from the last time I saw you, nigga, you've been improved from like 100 to 1,000. Yesterday was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Great job. Great job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good. All right. So we touch base with what's happening on, you know, our socials. I remember someone was like, "Oh, Jay, I miss you on the trends because the way you elaborate on the trends is different."
That's right.
And I understand when the person says that.
Right.
Because tell me why someone will be earning $200 to $300 royalties in Australia. Na yenya yewo Ghana he.
1,000 cedis.
1,000 cedis. I know you're Shatawale no bet me 1,000 cedis. I know crampo maybe somewhere.
Because he's Shatawale.
Yes.
Shatawale.
But some people cry because they'll come and then they'll see 200, 100 after everything. What are we doing? Why is it that we don't have the systems in place for our creatives? I'm not just saying musicians alone. I mean filmmakers, content creators, whoever they are, wherever it's being played. Because trust me, as we speak, people like Ben South and the rest. I mean, we go on their pages to laugh, we take it, we play it somewhere and all these things. Just imagine if maybe the number of times that I get to watch Ben South somewhere or the number of clicks or whatever, he's gaining money and he's going to be able to get back the money, push it back into his craft and then make more. Because tell me why in the evening when I feel stressed, I can just go there and then laugh and then come back to work. You get it. So, I don't know, but I earned $200 to $300 in royalties from Australia and Ghana. Greed has broken the structures that should help artists earn from their music. And that's coming in from NY Melody Official. Yes, we did have a conversation with him, and that is what he was open up to. Kojo Viper opens up about the inspiration behind his new project, #Pain, and shares the thought process behind selecting the artists featured in the project. He did speak with Mark Morton. And yesterday, Richard Nyamakwe, RNAQ, retires as CEO of Quick Angels Group, announcing his new role as the chair of the newly launched RNAQ Holdings. And yesterday, that was what happened.
I mean, what really happened was that he was the host of the thing.
Oh, you just had to say that?
Of course. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. So J. Kojo Dasibre actually
And it's
introduced
a call
Let's listen to
for a revolution. Economic and financial revolution. In my dream, I see a future where the young people of Ghana have woken up, joined forces together, bring our resources and skills together, and seized and taken over the economic fortunes of our country. There are those of us who have it, and those who do not have it. Those of us who have it, let us not take our monies out of the shores of this country or leave our money sitting at the bank. Instead, let's invest our monies into the businesses and skills of those who do not have it.
Okay, so let us invest our monies into the businesses and skills of those who do not have it. And he says he has a dream, just like Martin Luther King. So as you do know, he was former CEO of Bill's Microcredit, and now he is president of RNAQ Holdings. All right, we'll move away from that. Now we touch base with what's on the trends proper. Draymond is trending, Warriors in sports. Steph Curry still trending with sports. Gorilla trending in Ghana. Oh, Gorilla?
Who's Gorilla?
Oh, I don't know. Curry trending. Liverpool still trending. Abronye trending. There was a clash. With Nyama Koye definitely trending. Kali J trending because he's gotten his embedded chip.
In the passport. He's not the only one. He's not.
When are you getting yours?
I want to understand the essence of that thing.
You want to understand it?
Like, as of as one day.
Okay, so
I haven't looked it up. Maybe there are. I don't know, and I haven't done my research, so it's not like there isn't. But I do not know a country that is using that, like any of the developed countries. Do you get what I mean? I don't know a British, because I have British family that are using chips embedded in their passport. Then that's a developed country. I don't know family in the US that is using a passport that has a chip in it for whatever reason. I don't know. And so for me, do you know why I am speaking on this like this? Because I'm saying that, listen, you literally are just a couple of days in government, and we have commended you for the good work you're doing. But some of these initiatives might be futuristic, but are not timely, right? They might be in the future, probably will help. But
Yes.
there are serious things. If they tell you, I want to know, first of all, I want to know the budgets that went into this, right? And I'm not being too critical of this government. I just want them to know that some of these things are great initiatives, but maybe timing is very wrong. And somebody will ask, so when should they do it? But when should they solve the issues that really are really hitting us? Like our light issues. Like, and I keep telling people that I'm not one of those people that thinks that because but I'm just saying that there are important things. Let's all, as a social focused party, their business usually is to make sure that our social life or livelihoods are like of the most basic standards, like the most basic things we need are sorted. Like what we see the health minister doing, that is what you will see a typical NDC party do. Like step into a hospital, make sure the hospital has what it needs. Step into a school, make sure the feeding program is sorted. Like what the president did in Kumasi yesterday. That is what we are looking for. Now, when we look at an initiative, and I'll keep hammering on it, that it is a futuristic idea. It is great in the future. But when we're weighing the odds or the pros and cons, do we really need this at this time?
I understand you. It's termed priorities. Which one to take, which one to look at you know, critically. Yeah.
And you know, Jay, he did something when he came in, which was absolutely fantastic. I've told you that, you guys. I am more than impressed by this government, right? When he came into power, when he came into office, that is Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa, the first thing he did was he made sure that the fees you pay for your passport is slashed. And that has been a conversation that has gone on for years. That it's so expensive to get a passport, and he worked on that.
And it takes too long to actually even acquire one.
And he worked on that.
Yes.
It works.
And now you are going to get your passport at no delivery cost. So
fantastic idea.
I feel
fantastic ideas he's brought over there, which means that the guy not to know a planning my Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You see, that's what we're asking for.
But he's been in that office before.
That's what I'm saying. That like he has plans for the ministry. He knew what he wanted to do with the ministry. He had plans, but some of these things are not like when we look at the costs involved. We could totally, you know, move it around for something that we need, not something we want. Because I think that
no, spend time. You say online, and now we're feeling
brother.
Then quick.
Brother.
You're talking about quick action. That's what you're saying.
Not quick angels. I'm just saying that. Listen, I mean, okay, maybe in the next 10 years we'll probably see the benefits, but right now I don't see it. But good job.
I mean, as they rightly put out, they did say that if you, I was thinking that, okay, so if you have the old one, when I did see it, I was like, oh no, I hope it's not going to be like all of a sudden everybody has to, you know,
run
and get it. You get it because we are Ghanaians and we've seen it before, where something new has been introduced and they tell you, oh, the old one that you have, as far as documentation is concerned,
it's invalid.
Is, you know, you can use it for some time. But then, because this one in particular has been introduced, you go to facilities or institutions to use your old one, and the people there tell you that this is invalid. Go and get a new one. It's almost as if they are pushing you to go and get a new one by all means. We've seen it. So I got scared. I was like,
I remember this very well with the old Ghana citizens.
Yes.
The old Ghana citizens.
I'm just hoping that we don't get to see certain things like this, because when that happens, now as a Ghanaian, you become frustrated. 1, 2, you become angry. 3, you are like, what is all this? Because yesterday, when Augustine came and he was describing what will happen with regards to the passport and everything, if there's a chip in the passport, I know a lot of people have gone to certain hotels where you are given your card to your room and it's automated and whatever. Have you had that time where, or experienced this time where
we use the
card no, or the shell button, a phone or so, then you are trying to access your room, you can't open. Then you have to go back to the reception.
I have experienced it more than once.
Exactly.
And so it's very frustrating.
This is what can happen to the passport, in a sense that if the chip is embedded there and you go and put maybe some other chip there or something, it can get encrypted.
And nobody knows started warning and say, we shouldn't put anointing oil on.
Don't put water. Don't keep it in a dry, safe place.
Now, can you control that?
You cannot. You get it. You cannot.
Maybe it's just me.
So there are very good sides to it. There are downsides to it too as well. But the thing here is, anybody who's going to be using a passport, you cannot control that. Because sometimes your passport is in your bag, is here, is there. What shows that maybe it cannot. Anyways, well. Okateche is also trending, how he came in a spectacular mood with regards to the
Okateche today. What is he saying? What's his stress?
Let me just get into it. Let me get into it proper. This is you just want to. All right, Charlotte Nicole says, they say we couldn't, but we did it though. Thank you guys for the massive support towards Okatachi FIFA Mensa for the fight against illegal mining. Galamsey, for the love of Ghana, we go again tomorrow. So they're still on the protest. They'll be going on the protest again tomorrow. Today. Let's see what people are saying under this post as well. Oh, into Omuju Jubilee House. Okay, all right.
Our president happened. No.
I did tell Augustine yesterday that after this there will be a compare and contrast with what we saw with the ex-government and then this government. Ghana Rail says flopped. Israel Gabianu says them bust you sharply. Talokan Chief says fraud no good. Alobiake says this is incredible. Katache is a gem, the people's choice. Robert Amroso says, so where was he when they were doing the demonstration against Galamsey last year during MPP time? Ghanaians should think deep that they are fooling us. NDC Zongo says, October 2024 picture, indeed, Galamsey must fall. Aluta continua. We need drone pictures, please. King George says, Junior says, the least said about you, the better. Isaac Junior, Mokowizi says, let them use you, why? Official Sawen says the thing get critical. Now stealing pictures from previous events to make a case. If it's easy, do and make we see. You should be ashamed of yourself to post this. So people are saying that this is an old picture. This is an old picture from last year's demo. Wow. You cannot fool Ghanaians.
I saw a blogger, right? We were with her over there where we went to. She posted, she said, on more bloggers, and and police were more than the people that came for the demo. I thought that was hilarious. But my point is that Okatachi FIFA said he's demonstrating against who? Against what?
It's illegal mining.
Illegal mining caused by who? Okatachi FIFA was in this country when 8 years ago, his party, which he so loves and supports...
Does he have a party?
He belongs to the MPP. He has said it. He's a blue blood. He has never denied the MPP. He said that there were things they did that he didn't appreciate, he didn't like. He's just like Kennedy Japan. When they find something wrong with their people, they will talk about it. They don't hold back. So he has expressed frustration. In fact, we should have gotten him on the phone this morning. you know, he has expressed frustration about, the Israel government. In fact, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, like he literally has been on their case, right? And so he's not one of those people that you think that because he belongs to a party, he will not criticize them. He's been very critical of his people. And then in that same government, he organized 2 demonstrations where he was not seen on the grounds, but he was part of the organizers. Now, my point really is that you couldn't succeed then, even with your own people, knowing very well that 8 years caused more harm than 4 months could have ever done. So if you ever wanted to fight against something, we saw him. And I want to do this reasonably so that it doesn't look like I'm sitting here and disrespecting a senior. But in his own government, we saw him on the ground where he went to some forest reserves where they were mining and went to make sure that he scattered the whole place. Went there by himself without security. And we even sat here and said that was very risky. They could have just hit him with anything and anything could have happened to him. We saw that. But this is just 4 months. If you sit on your show and you talk about what they are doing or what you think, because again, this government in opposition had said that they could use 1 week, or the SY president could have used 1 week to solve the Galamsey issue. So which means that they know how you can use 1 week to sort it out. Hit them on that level. But gathering again a people who have just been introduced to a government looks very much like what you're complaining about. That this government is coming after people because they think they have power. The fact that you have the voice and you're Ghanaian and democratically you have the franchise to do certain things, you're enfranchised to do some of these things, it does not mean that you should go ahead and do it. Demonstration with papa, 3 days or 4 days, no. What is the goal? The goal is to stop Galamsey, but have we been able to be successful? fighting galamsey with demonstration. Have we been able to? You remember last year?
Yeah.
Popes, bishops went out, entertainers went out, a lot of people went out. We still see. So now, can you recommend to government how, if you are so brilliant and you understand how we could solve these issues, like what we talked about yesterday, right? The lands and natural resources minister, he has started making some arrests. He has started getting on the grounds. Can you recommend? Can you work with the government to get these things done, rather than setting demonstrations up and being? Because I said I listened to him, I was like, really? And I can't control what the people will do after this. We want to show videos. You want to show video? National Theatre or Yankoch Bieho, Neanfre Ghanaians for Neankoch, what is really happening to our waters if the police will not allow us to do the demonstration. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think, like, really and truly, it's too early.
We would ask Augustine much more about that when he does come through.
Was he at the demonstration?
Would be 1 minute from now.
Was he on the grounds for the demonstration?
Augustine? When he comes, we'll ask him.
Okay, right.
All right. Abronye, how can a Japanese coming from Daily Graphic, former MP for Asin Central, and Kwame Bafo, Abronye Bono Regional MPP Chairman, fired political salvos when Dr. Mahumudu Baumia's thank you tour reached Sunyani? I think there is this whole, I don't know, this thank you tour is becoming to look a little bit some way.
It's beginning to expose.
Yes, someone says it should be an apology tour.
Yeah.
Instead of a thank you tour.
I saw that. 2,
people are saying that it's rather creating more tension.
Yeah.
In the MPP.
Yeah.
And it's rather dividing them.
Yeah.
Instead of uniting them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that this is where they stop the thank you tour.
Yes.
This is where they stop the thank you tour,
because I don't really get it.
not aligned with the thank you tour. Because when we think about thank you tours, we're thinking thank you even though we lost. We thank you for what you're doing, the effort you put in the work. We're appreciating those who put in the work to even get us the numbers that they got at the time. But this clash of MPs, clash of executive members of the party publicly is wrong. It's not. It does not look good. It's not a good look for them. It's not a good look at all. I think they should stay behind, the behind closed doors to sort their in-house issues. I think that would be more prudent.
So Shiny Creation says, who born dog? Angry Kennedy, Japan clashes with Ohiani Obranye, DC. So, I mean, this is what's trending. I mean, come on. Anyways. All right, so that wraps it up for our updates when it comes to trends. And Augustine is on standby to get into our in-depth stories. We'll be right back after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24, fun, fearless, and factual.
Okay, the 29th day of April 2025. Good morning and welcome to the Morning News on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kovic. It's time to recap what's trending here in Ghana over the past 24 hours. Good morning.
Good morning. You see, in Bisa say the mono now.
Were you at the demonstration?
No, no. I didn't.
I wasn't.
You felt your life.
No, I don't. I'm not scared.
Oh, anyways.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what is in the news?
OSP, Charles Bissiou, he's been dragged by the OSP to court. Why? Because he's been leveled with some counts of corruption and corruption-related offences. Him and another Anthony Owusu together, they've been slammed with 15 counts of corruption and corruption-related offences with regards to some 35,000 Ghana cedis, allegedly taking as bribe to...
1,000.
Yeah, 35,000.
35,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
So 350 million old cedis.
Old cedis, yes.
Old cedis.
Yes, Kakitwa, but in your opinion, but I mean, the whole conversation is he used his office to accept bribe, which is against the Public Regulations Act with regards
No, I'm
to
saying Sikakichwa because why would he want to commit such a crime? Like, why?
So it was an attempt to renew a mining lease. I know he was the secretary of the Minerals
Commission,
a board that was set up somewhere in 2019 when the ex-Awagah government came into power, and then saw that there was so much conversation about Galamsey and wanted to sanitize the space, and then set up that committee or that institution to regulate it. And so he used his office to perpetuate the crime of tending to allegedly to perpetuate that crime. And it's been a conversation for over 6 years, since 2019, like I said, when the Tiger IPI documentary was released, where footages of him seen receiving the money and having that conversation about using his office to allegedly perpetuate the crime erupted. There has been so many legal tussles, legal hurdles they've had to go through with the OSP, former OSP, because this was under Martin Amidu at the time, and then the trajectory over as at now. This time, the OSP says that Cassandra says that he has concluded investigations and is ready to begin prosecutions. Yeah.
Well, we're seeing so far 3 alleged corruption and corruption-related offences by 3 individuals that we haven't seen any prosecution yet.
Right.
And so for me,
like a match about nothing.
Justice in Ghana just takes forever. Maybe in the world, but I live in Ghana, so I don't know about any other country. And so I'm just thinking that when do we get prosecution? When do we get these people exonerated if they are not criminals, or if they were not involved in these scandals that have been, leveled against them? And so I'm just we're going to be waking up every morning with a new case. Then what? Then what? I'm just it's stressing me. Like 2 na prosecution and exoneration so dead case. Let's move on to the next one.
That's what I don't get. Okay, it's alleged. We've done our findings. We've seen this. This is it. Why don't we just go on to look into the matter, prosecute whatever it is? I mean, if you don't have too much evidence, or you don't have substantial evidence, then why do you just come and tell us that this?
You see, the PR work is also going ahead of the actual work.
Exactly.
And that's why people are getting upset. Because there's a lot of PR around what is happening, but very little results. Okay, you said somebody stole money. Okay, you said somebody was involved in some fraudulent activities. What's the guy's name again?
The Signals Bureau.
The Signals Bureau guy and his wife. Where are they now? Edibuahin. How far? What's going on?
So
do you get what I mean?
The last we heard was when he sued the Attorney General.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Somebody that has been counted a criminal has the Ogboro, which means that really we might not see anything from here. Because if the person is very confident enough to sue somebody, then meaning on you're very confident, he either didn't commit the crime or he's been able to cover his tracks very well. Nothing can be done to him, And so that is why we are worrying. That's why we're frustrated. But okay. Let's just keep declaring every morning. Let's
get into the details of that particular story, as the Office of the Special Prosecutor has charged former the Secretary of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Charles Bissiou, and another, Andy Thomas Owusu, with 15 counts of corruption and corruption-related offences. Now, the charges filed at the High Court accuse the two of abusing public office for personal gain in connection with illegal mining operations. Now, in the first count, Mr. Bisu is accused of using his office for profit, contrary to Section 179C of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. Now, according to the charge sheet, he allegedly received an amount of 15,000 Ghana cedis from one Benjamin Ejapong through Andiowusu on or around January 22nd, 2019 here in Accra. Now, the OSP alleges that Bisu corruptly abused his position as the Secretary General of the Committee on Illegal Mining, where he accepted the money to circumvent established procedures outlined in the committee's 2019 and 2018 roadmap for lifting of ban on artisanal and small-scale mining. These procedures include the verification of documents, acquisition of relevant permits, demarcation and mapping of concessions and vetting processes. Now, through this action, Bisu is allegedly said to have unlawfully fast-tracked the renewal of mining permits for specific operators. The 15-count charge sheet details multiple offences, including the abuse of office, corruption, and efforts to undermine lawful mining regulations at the peak of Ghana's crackdown on illegal mining activities, popularly known as Galamsey. The case is expected to be a major test for the OSP's renewal efforts to prosecute high-profile corruption cases, especially those tied to the controversial fight against illegal mining. On your screens is the man at the heart of the conversation, Charles Bisu, the secretary or the former secretary of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Now, let's put this into proper perspective. We know that this he's been slapped together with one Andy Thomas Owusu with 15 counts of corruption and corruption-related offences. According to the charge sheet, he has been slapped with 6 counts. That's Charles Bisu over there. This shot was taken from the Tiger PI investigation revealed in 2019. Now, he has been slapped with 6 counts of corruption and corruption-related offences, whilst the other, that is Thomas Andiowusu, with 9 counts of corruption and corruption-related offences. Now, this has been under investigation for the past 6 years, from 2019, when the investigation or the documentary by Tiger IPI was reviewed. The charges range from various counts of corruption by public officer and using his office for profit. Now, he is not alone, according to the OSP. Now, Bisu in 2019 issued directives to collect some amount of money from Benjamin Ejapong for circumventing established requirements of the Interministerial Committee for Renewal of Mining Licenses. Now, this is what we know by the OSP. Now, what about Andy Thomas Owusu? Now, he has been charged with using public office for profit and accepting bribe to influence a public officer. Now, he is accused of facilitating the money to Charles Bisu. We know, like I said earlier, that this documentary was aired somewhere in 2019 by Tiger IPI, and since then there has been a series of investigations, legal hurdles. We know that at the time, the OSP, that was Martin Amidu, requested for the footage to be given to him. We know the presidency also asked for the footage to begin its whole investigations. Well, fast forward to now, Kisia Jabin says that he has been able to conclude the investigations and has brought these 15 charges against these 2 gentlemen. And in coming weeks, prosecution will start, and we hope to see the response from Bisu. Well, prosecution will start in the sense that their plea would be entered if they are guilty to the charges leveled against them by the OSP or not. Coming weeks, we will be bringing you that particular update. But away from that, let's move away from this to the presidency. As President John Dramani Mahama has appointed Matilda Asante-Siedu as the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. The appointment announced in a letter issued on Monday, April 28, 2025, and signed by Felix Kwatia, spokesperson to the president and Minister of Government Communications, is under Section 17 of the Bank of Ghana Act 2002. Now, the presidency put out a statement. Let's walk you through the statement released by the presidency with regards to the appointment of Matilda Asante-Siedu as the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Section 17 of the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 612 as amended, appointed Mrs. Matilda Asante-Siedu as the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. Mrs. Asante-Siedu is a chartered banker and a seasoned corporate leader who has served as group head retail banking at Access Bank Limited. He goes on to say that Mrs. Asante Siedu holds an MBA in marketing from Gimpa Business School in 2021, an MA in journalism studies from Cardiff University in 2005, and diplomas in journalism, Ghana Institute of Journalism, now the University of Media Arts and Communications in 1997. And politics and public relations reporting, International Institute of Journalism, Berlin in 2000, a chartered executive banker, CIB Ghana 2024. She has undertaken executive programs at said business school at Oxford University in 2023, Wanting School in 2015, and Marquette University Les Aspens Center in 2003, among others. And it was signed, as stated by Felix Kwatia, government Minister for Communication and spokesperson to the President. There you have it, Mrs. Matilda Asante Siedu appointed as the second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana. Now let's stay on issues of the presidency, as President John Dramani Mahama has officially launched the Ejumara program, a flagship initiative aimed at addressing youth unemployment and fostering entrepreneurship in Ghana. The launch event took place at the Prempeh Assembly Hall in Kumasi on Monday, April 28, 2025, drawing a significant audience of government officials, young entrepreneurs, and community leaders. Now, the Ejumara program is designed to create, mentor, and support at least 10,000 businesses annually, with a strong focus on empowering young people aged between 18 and 35. Beneficiaries will receive comprehensive assistance, including skills, mentorship, access to startup capital and equipment. Now, this holistic approach aims to ensure the stability and success of new businesses. Speaking at the event, President John Dramani Mahama emphasized the importance of the program in tackling youth unemployment, which he describes as one of Ghana's most pressing challenges.
The Ejumara program, which we are launching today, stands as a flagship fulfillment of that promise I made in the campaign of 2024. The Ejumara program is not a mere policy initiative. It is a declaration of faith in the extraordinary potential of our Ghanaian youth. It is our commitment to nurturing their ambitions and translating their ideas into thriving enterprises that will drive our nation's progress. The Ejumara program seeks to stimulate youth employment, entrepreneurship, and innovation across key strategic sectors of our economy. Through a nationwide selection process, we will incubate new businesses and accelerate existing ones. And so those who can apply are not only people who want to establish new businesses, but if you have an ongoing business and you can benefit from the Ejumara program, you're also free to apply. And our goal is to create at least 10,000 Ghanaian youth-owned businesses every year over a 4-year period. This initiative will provide, 1, business development training. And so if you have your business or you want to start a business, you'll be trained on how to establish and manage a business. A lot of businesses fail because the promoters of the business do not understand how to run a business. The program will also provide access to funding. Most young people have good ideas, but they cannot start a business because they don't have access to capital.
And that was President John Dramani Mahama speaking at the launch of the Ejumara program, an initiative, like he says, aimed at supporting some 10,000 youth with some startup capital, as well as solving the year-old canker of youth unemployment here in the country. We hope to see how this will help solve, like I said, unemployment among the youth, especially in this country. But now let's move on to other stories, as business mogul Richard Niamakwe has officially stepped down as the board chairman of Bill's Microcredits, marking the end of his tenure with both Bill's Microcredits and Quick Angels. At a press conference held to announce his retirement from executive roles, Mr. Kwe called for an urgent economic and financial revolution to address the country's growing unemployment. Now, he says he has a dream and stressed the importance of investing in young entrepreneurs, emphasizing that the time to raise capital and scale up businesses is now. And there earlier in the trend, you saw us go through some of the videos. So for more updates with regards to what statements he made at the press conference, visit MX24 GH on all social media platforms for those particular statements. But still in politics, the New Patriotic Party, along with 4 other political parties, have officially notified the Ghana Police Service of their plans to stage a nationwide demonstration on May 5 against President John Dramani Mahama's decision to suspend Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu from office. Now, the suspension followed the establishment of a prima facie case after 3 separate petitions were filed calling for her removal. However, the political parties involved have strongly condemned the decision, calling it as a direct attack on Ghana's independence of the judiciary. According to the NPP Director of Communications, Richard Awagah, he expressed the party's concern, stating that the suspension undermines judicial independence and it is a politically motivated move aimed at weakening the judiciary. Mr. Awagah confirmed that the demonstration would begin at 7 a.m. on May 5, starting from a park opposite the Supreme Court, proceeding through Parliament and ending at the Jubilee House, where the petition will be submitted to President John Dramani Mahama or a representative from the presidency. Now, what we know as of this morning is that GUM, the Ghana Union Movement, has denied allegations of being involved in this stage demonstration, so leaving it. Initially it was 5, together with the MPP making 6. Now it is 4, together with the MPP. 5 political parties are going to be doing this demonstration on May 5, 2025. As always, we keep you updated on this particular story, and if the Ghana Police Service will outline some measures stipulated with regards to this particular demonstration. But now, still on demonstrations, the Generational Rights Protection Society, in ramping up pressure on the government to tackle and take decisive action against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, has organized day 1 of its 3-day demonstration. Now, the protest, led by media personality Okatechi Efrifa Mensah, seeks to amplify concerns over the government's handling of the Galamsey menace and to propose a more aggressive approach to ending it. According to the group, illegal mining continues to wreak havoc on communities and the environment with little meaningful intervention. Now, the demonstrators predominantly dressed in red and black, gathered at their brass sports at Circle for the start of their march, which was set to end and ended at the Jubilee House. The convener of the protest, Okatechi Mensah Efrifa, also shared his frustration. He argued that although the president has only been in office for 4 months, he says that should not be an excuse for the continued devastation caused by Galamsey, including rising cases of kidney diseases and loss of lives among Ghanaians. Now, he spoke to the media before the demonstration began, and here's what he had to say.
Galamsey must fall. Kidney disease, Galamsey must fall. Precisely so. And so we have the greedy and the selected few. For their own greed and selfishness, they are endangering the lives of 30 million plus people. And I do have. We believe in a cause, and we shall surely die for that cause. The Freya Yanumbiso Mumrania Yache, the Kunchina and Samo Kukrataso, and the seal Apostle, and the Komayu John Dramani Mahama, and Flagstaff House. Yes, some ayan 9 pet. The Nodi Yakoko drew a year grounds war. Yanibatuga. So far, you buy your Hose police for her. The Yakachum said the police professional. We believe in them, we've trusted them, that at all material times, Omesu Ayo Majuma, Sedebeya, Ombepo, and Hobai. Yes, yes, Omo says, Omoya Sadia. And yet, yes, you made him Rasu. Yaba no pay, Nayemi Onubi, and you two from social media Nade. Sir, Omubaba be fraye mu. No me fraye mu a. Yo koya nim kakra. Ombe di samone. Ameka bibi nchino mu. Yanyama na, yanyama china. Na yebedi mraso. Obia so obeba be fra yemu. A wodi mra be hye ne nsama ye bibi boni bia no. Ye ka kire police say on pay ho. Etu onche no. As a police in this woman chuomo. Na ye nuanu bi omo say omo dey Flagstaff house aye free. State institution etimi kon prapra ho. No ma dey prapra ni ado. Ebe show omo nsem no. Ye encourage omo. Omo ya dey omo ye mamba pa. Omo koso anya sa no omo bisesi ho. Ye omo no so omo tra eno. Yes, the fundamental human rights of the people. Yes. So, Kwame enjoy what is guaranteed under the Constitution. And then you bet me a show say everyone. Young fiancé, we are on there. Everyone, we are watching that. We shall defend not only ourselves, but we will defend the Constitution at all material times. Thank you, media. We shall meet.
Thank you.
And that was the convener of the generational group that had the Generational Rights Protection Society that had its day one of its 3-day demonstration yesterday against illegal mining in the country. It started from a brass sports and circle and ended at the Jubilee House yesterday with some documentary series being shown. It's continuing today through till tomorrow from 4 p.m. through till midnight. So if you want to join them from Obra Sport through to the Jubilee House. Well, it's part of your civic duty, so if you wanna, you can just join them as well. But away from this, let's do some international news, where the College of Cardinals has officially set May 7, 2025 as the start date for the conclave to elect the next 267th Pope following the death and burial of Pope Francis. The announcement came Monday, April 28, 2025, after a general congregation meeting at the Vatican signaling the beginning of the final phase in choosing his successor. The conclave will take place in the historic Sistine Chapel, where 134 cardinal electors under the age of 80 will cast their vote. Now, in line with the tradition, the cardinals will first celebrate Mass at the St. Peter's Basilica before solemnly processing into the chapel, chanting the Veni Creator Spiritus to invoke the Holy Spirit's guidance. Now, what happens once they get inside? Once inside, each cardinal will swear an oath of secrecy and to vote freely for the man they believe most fit to lead the church. The chapel doors will then be sealed until a new pope is elected. A 2/3 majority of at least 90 votes is required to declare a winner. So far, nearly all eligible electors have arrived in Rome, with the remaining few expected in coming days. And this is news coming in from the Vatican. The May 7, 2025 start falls within the traditional 15 to 20-day window after a pope's death, allowing time for the 9-day Novendialis mourning period and the travel from around the world. So the big question to a lot of people's question when the conclave is going to be constituted, when the next pope is going to be elected. Well, May 7 is when conclave will be constituted, and the processes to elect the 267th pope will begin. Who succeeds Pope Francis? So many names have come up. Cardinal Apia Texan from Ghana, Cardinal Sarah from Guinea, Cardinal Tagley from the Philippines. So many names, others from the United States, from Italy, and other parts of the country. The big question on everyone's mind is, would history be made with the Catholic Church having its first black pope? Would it go to Guinea or come to Ghana? Well, your guess is as good as mine. We can only wait until the 7th of May, 2025. Or if it's going to prolong longer than the 7th of May, we will be bringing you updates on that as well. But Namibia's agricultural minister has been sacked after being accused of raping a 16-year-old girl 5 years ago. Now, Mark Albert Hangari was arrested on Saturday after allegedly attempting to bribe the victim, now 21, to withdraw the case against him. Now, Hangari, who is 59, who has denied any wrongdoing, appeared in court on Monday and was denied bail. This is the first major scandal for Namibia's first female president since she took office last month. The statement from the president's office did not indicate the reasons for the dismissal of the agric minister, but said that Hangari had also been dismissed from office and the National Assembly. Now, Hangari was nominated to Parliament by the president to represent the ruling party, the SWAPO party. He is under investigations for multiple charges related to cases including kidnapping, rape, assault, and others, as the police have indicated. This is indeed some interesting development stating that Namibia has had its first female president, and this is how her administration starts off on such a huge national scandal. Well, that's all for the morning news here on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kobe-Saint. But Mimi, before I go, you were asking about the embedded chip issue. Why?
I'm concerned with embedded chip. I called you for embedded chip.
Oh no, but I just maybe a lot of people might also be asking. So it's in line with the International Civil Aviation's regulations that by 2030 we transition to the e-chip, and you know that over the period there's been conversations about identity theft, fraudulent activities using people's passports. So with this one, it's going to more or less like strengthen security in terms of your identity, your data, your personality, and everything is on your passport, and it's more or less like a biometric. It stores everything of you, all your travels, all your and you know how the passport is more or less like paper. You have to. It's kind of like written in your travel. I'm not saying, but your travel details are written in the passport. This time it's going to be more or less like an electronic means. It's going to be on the card, more or less like.
On a chip or on a card?
On the chip.
Okay.
And the chip is in the passport.
So that is what we don't know if it's going to be the booklet type or it's going to be.
Clearly, we saw the booklet yesterday.
So for me, right, I'm ready to be educated on how this is going to work.
Yes.
So we're going to see if we can get Honorable to be a bit more explanatory about, if that's even the word to use, but like be more clear. That we want clarity on what this, and I know that it didn't just come out of the blue.
Right.
Again, I said earlier.
So it started off with the actual government when Shelley Ayoko Bushi was at the
the conversation was hard.
Yes.
My thing is timing, right? We are not the developed countries, and for me, I am more or less like an economist, right? It has to be important to invest money into it.
So I think they're just wanting to adhere to the international regulations by 2030.
Let me tell you this. Where is the e-gate? Is the e-gate working?
Okay.
Do we have issues with it now? Technology is not one that you take out because you have to. You have to be ready. Systems have to be in place to make it effective and efficient. So I don't have a problem. I've said it throughout my entire submission that I don't have a problem with we having an eSIM inserted in our I honestly could. I don't have problem. One, we want to see the budget. How efficient and effective is it? Are we now going to have issues when we get to immigration? Now they open your passport, they see it, they stamp, you go. If they have questions, they ask you, you go. Now because eSIM is not working or internet that day decides to misbehave, it's going to be a long queue. Have we put systems in place? And I believe, I am one person that believes strongly in Okudzoto Ablakwa. And I think that over the years, he's proven himself. I just want to know, are we ready? Is it timely?
Right. Well, join us on mx24online.com or join us on mx24gh for more news and updates. But guys, enjoy the rest of the show. And Mr. Okudzoto Ablakwa, Honorable, please.
Two people we have to have an interview with.
We need clarity.
Okudzoto Ablakwa and Okasachi Efifa. But Efifa, we should try to get him today. I mean, if you can. We should get him today and find out how long this is going to continue. What would success look to them?
As in the demonstration?
The demonstration.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. But what would success look to them as? Like, what would be, how would they measure their success,
Sorry, did they end up at the Jubilee House?
They did. They didn't enter. They didn't do their setup.
Yeah.
Were they able to do that? They didn't do it.
So they did a setup. The road that leads to Cathedral coming from Accra. That was where they mounted.
But that wasn't where they initially planned to do it.
Yes, I think they wanted to be
liberations. Anyway, Charlie, everybody should just be happy in this country. Thank you so much, Augustine, for coming through. We're moving straight to sports right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
All right, so it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. 4%. Yes, so it doesn't matter whether they are winning or they are losing. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. And that's how we settle in for some sports updates right here on the AM Club. Now, Ghana's team is set to complete in the 16th Africa Junior Swimming Championship, has departed Accra for Cairo. Now, the competition will take place in Cairo, Egypt, from April 30th to May 3rd, 2025. The team, led by team captain Oduma Ejay, will feature notable swimmers like Michael Arthur Crabman and Johnson Jakon. The competition is a crucial platform for emerging talents to gain international experience and showcase their skills. Ghana has been preparing intensively for the event, aiming for strong performances and potential podium finishes.
It's the 16th African Championship swimming, and Team Ghana is ready. Currently at the airport trying to, we've done the check-ins already, so we're just trying to catch our flight to Cairo, where the competition is being held.
We know Team Ghana from
yes.
The delegation you are leading on to. What are the expectations for this particular competition?
Expectations, I would say expectations are very high, because one thing I know as a coach is that water doesn't lie. The training you put in when you are home will show on the day of competition. And so far, we've assembled the best, the creme de la creme we have in this country to represent Ghana. So expectations are very high because we are taking our best swimmers. Definitely, we have the best from other African countries. So far, we have 44 countries competing, and we are taking our best. We are looking at probably making the finals in the prelims, and then we are expecting about 60% to make it to the finals. So the expectations are really high, yes.
How crucial is this competition?
It's very crucial because we have the World Championship approaching, which is coming off in September. So this is very crucial. We expect most of our swimmers to give in, record their personal best times, which will be a big boost to the World Championship. You know, in swimming, the time you record is very essential. It can be the next step. You know, when you are doing the entries, the time depends on where you be on the list. So if you're higher up, the space are high, you know you are swimming with the best swimmers. If it's low, then you swim with some slow swimmers. So far, if we have our personal best in Cairo, that will take up a step further in the World Championship, which is coming off in Romania. So that's what we are looking at.
How would you assess the strength?
The strength of the team. Now we have Oduma, when you talk about the best talent locally, in terms of the female division, she's the best we have. And her breaststroke, freestyle butterfly, is very top-notch. Talking about our swimmer, Krabman, who is a pure backstroker. His backstroke is on point. He won a lot of medals for Ghana in the Ghana Zone 2. So we have a lot of expectations for him. Aside that, all the swimmers are really good. Johnson, who happens to be his first time going international for the country. Aside that, the swimmers who are coming from the UK, Jada Yankee, Rihanna Yankee, Kalim, who came from the US, and then Tamba, who is already in Cairo waiting for us. He came from Canada. They are really, really good. So looking at our chances, freestyle, all the divisions, they are very strong. And we think we will give them a good run for their money.
Thank you very much.
And so we wish them all the very best as they go in for the competition. And please go and bring us the gold. Yeah. Away from that, Arsenal's manager Mikel Arteta has reflected on their impressive Champions League semi-final run, stating that they desire more as they prepare to host Paris Saint-Germain. Arteta believes that their position among the top 4 teams in Europe reflects their mindset and spirit.
Especially because we have, fortunately, a lot of people that has worked in the
with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of wage. No matter if they're winning or losing, you and with your money you Bet influencer, exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Get more. Do catch up on all the fun, the excitement, AM Club shows, engaging conversations, and exclusive content.
Breaking news, sport, business insight on mx24online.com. Now let's take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz right after the short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Seconds right here on the AM Club Coffee Day. My name is Daphne Flashy, and as usual, I get to give you everything that is trending in Africa and beyond. I share the stories here because I'm going as fast as I'm. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Beautiful as always.
I'm good, thank
you. Very beautiful and successful.
Did you plan the hair?
Shut up.
Because I mean, you see, you have fine girls on your sets, fam. Don't even joke.
No, and he appreciates it. He did.
I posted both of you.
Yeah.
I know.
They said you people are fine.
Yeah. We know.
I want to cry.
They said people are fine.
Yeah.
When are both of you getting married?
Oh.
I love the reaction. Oh God.
Oh wow, that was quick. Like you moved from 0 to 1,000. Like, that was fast.
Real quick.
This year you
could stop bouncing, guys. Stop bouncing them. We're fine girls.
This one is dating.
Wait, let me finish.
No, but you are using one situation to.
This was also part of entertainment. When I posted both of you, almost say, "Oh, Jay, you have fine girls on your set. You have fine girls in your workplace. What is happening? Are they married?" I said, "Oh no, they are not married. They are pretty much single." And
hey, why did you give wrong information?
No, I said but you're not married. You're single, lady.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You are single, but I didn't say you are searching.
Yeah.
Because one country me say more searching.
Yeah, Debbie.
But my fine girls, inti.
Thank you.
Yeah, mo bouncing for. So I say,
so what if I'm married?
No, but I think she actually could be.
Where the men shocked.
But me, you be shocked.
Would the men shocked because would the national announcement. But would the
you see that lady you be posting her status?
Yeah.
I would do good morning and welcome to entertainment news right here.
Good morning,
yes,
Victoria. She is terrible.
Yes.
Oh,
she got engaged.
Yes. She got engaged and we've not had.
No, she's not giving me peace ever since. Like, yeah. How are you? I'm good. And she said a wonderful news anchor.
Right,
yeah, I love her so much. Anyway, let's get into it.
Today is well done.
So you're gonna give us some dance.
To dance for us.
Today when we start with Lifestyle Daily, she would show us what she's made of when it comes to dance.
Lisa Quama is coming. Me, I can dance. I dance. You know how people have inner beauty? I have inner dance.
Hey, so you dance. Those people that when they are sitting down, they think they are the best dancers. Then when they get up. Anyway, so it's the evolution of dance. We are focusing on Ghana. But before that, I'm sure you guys have heard the news about Osinashi's husband being sentenced to death.
Yes.
Justice or not?
Justice.
Justice. Period.
I just feel like she shouldn't have died.
I don't even want to get into it before I start my ikuwini, but it's fine. It's fine. And so let's get into it now. Well Dance Day is here. Let's take a rhythmic journey through the evolution of dance in our world, highlighting the iconic moves that have gotten us moving from the Halam Shake to Azonto to Chicken, Al Qaeda, and Amanda, and latest trends. We will explore the dance that have rocked our world and left us wanting tuned for a dance-filled celebration on this segment. Now we are going to start with the very first Azonto. Azonto, Azonto, Azonto. When it comes to Azonto, who do you think sets the tone for it? Is it Fuse or Sarkodie?
Oh, it's Sarkodie, of course.
Fuse?
I think both of them.
It wasn't at the same time. Sarkodie, for me, Sarkodie. Sarkodie started. When did Fuse start doing Azonto songs? Listen, producers are there. This one is not hard. Azonto song that was released first. Sarkodie the no ba. By Ansana, Fuse the by and I said Fuse the by Ansana Sarkodie by. Because Sarkodie did some condom thing. He did some yogurt thing with it. He did a lot of things.
Okay, that's true.
Before Fuse even did his hit song.
Okay. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, let's take a look at Fuse ODG Azonto, and we'll be back to talk more.
It's Fuse! See, I just came back.
Stephanie, I'm about to do it, you know. Sarissa Azonto, wait, yo, 80 minutes go slow, meow, Nina 2 will blow. Move to the rhythm, here we go. I show you do the menkasa, opekrasa nasasa. Move to the left and right and watch me freeze. There you see.
Azonto. You're impressed. Stop with the girl. You're impressed.
I was in the mood.
Soaking it. Yeah.
So this is what you did with your life?
Azonto.
Stay listening to Azonto song and tune the lyrics.
Azonto.
That's a good throwback.
You who have to play me.
Go home, mommy.
Sweetie, go away.
Oh, that's true.
Wow. Okay, so we're moving on to some amazing dance moves that Ghanaian dancers and musicians invented, and we have Amanda by Ziggy. Do you remember?
Come and dance as Amanda for.
Come
and dance Amanda for us.
Go, baby.
So you are Zonto, Amanda.
Go, baby. Go.
Come
recently here in Ghana. And it's just this morning that I got to find out that Pilolo was actually a dance created by Incredible Ziggy. I had no idea.
Is it that?
No. Which one is Pilolo? This one.
Pilolo. Okay.
That one was created by him.
And
created?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Coupe. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
The people
we don't give these people their flowers too. We are just here. They're doing so well.
They're doing so well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've done an amazing job in Ghana here to promote dance, right? Obviously. Well, this is what we have for you today on Entertainment News segment. My name is Daphne Flashy. I'll come your way same time tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Coming through with those entertainment stories. We're celebrating International Dance Day. Huh?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So Jay is going to now learn how to do proper dance, very decent dance, not the kind of dance he likes to dance.
My own, I originated my own too as well.
Boy, yeah.
Yes.
In today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. Now, at Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. So please feel free to reach out to us on 05015155124 or 0539135073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Well, Teleso Cash and convenient cash platform is still offering the lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telesol Cash to Telesol Cash is still free on the Telesol Play app. So whether you are paying school fees or sending cash to your favorite people, send it keke. Mimi, send it keke.
Catch me so best send the keke, man.
No. Yeah. Remember, you can make payments to all other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telesol Play app today. Na send the keke. So the idea. Telesol making sure that happens. And that's about it for Coffee Daily. Up next, news. No, the news is you are going to dance today. International Dance Day.
I'm definitely going to be dancing. They think I can't dance.
And we're going to also find out how we've incorporated some dance moves which are not Ghanaian, South African. I know that Awagah is not from here.
No.
Is Zanku from here?
Zanku.
I think Zanku is
from here. Momsen says it's from here, so that's not from me.
Anyways, so we'll get into that pretty shortly right here on Lifestyle Daily. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
My name is Emmanuel Sade, and I'm into farming.
Sukwa, you woman go, what don't know. Tamaba, and I'm a
I went into farming as a result of applying for a job and I'm not getting it. And moreover, I'm the first son of the family. And at that time too, my mom is very weak. She can't go into the family. And everyone is looking up on me that I have to support the family. Okay, if I'm not getting job, then I have to enter into to support the family.
He wants to be a farmer. I wasn't happy about it, but when he explained some things to me, I became happy again.
Yes, sir. Tama magla da damala easy. Afi matia dagla. Yeraka, no Naglan, no door. Let's say, Kiamatewo, Yemako, one
I mean, to maize farming, watermelon, potato, yes, added tomatoes to it and okra. We have challenges with our inputs. We are talking about the herbicides that we use and the insecticides. We talk about the fertilizer, the prices. It really affects with the farmers here. For workers, I don't have permanent workers. I have my junior brother and my wife who help me in the farm. And the extra ones that we ourselves we can do, we employ other people. And that's why that Henry called me from Oblanya that there is a program going on. He saw a certain lady going around that is picking data. So for those youth into farming that are less than 35 years, so we should come and register. So that was when I got to know that there is a project going on. It's a good initiative because a lot of the youth are there. They are having the capability to venture into the farming or other businesses, but they are hoping for someone to employ them. But as Ghana Group came out and then it is empowering them, encouraging them, it will help some of the youth also go into the agriculture or other businesses too.
Through farming, we are able to care for the family and also get money from the farm.
Looking at what my brother has done, going into farming and support the family, it inspires me a lot to also become a farmer.
Farming has helped me. One, I'm able to marry. It supports me financially. Farming helped me to put up my own housing project.
I would advise my husband that he should, because I've realized that there is a lot of money in farming.
If I can do it, you can also do it. My name is Emmanuel Sade. I'm a farmer. Ghana grows. Hope Day.
Ghana grows. Hope Day.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Hey guys, let's take a selfie.
Oh, wait.
Woo! It's a video!
We the young are not a complicated bunch. You see, we take each day as a clean slate. Why turn down the volume when you can turn up the vibe? This land wants you to live in the here and now.
The coolest.
There's so much more to see. Come journey with us.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. This is the Lifestyle Daily segment of the show. Yes, we are marking International Dance Day, World Dance Day. Which one is it? International Dance Day.
Yes.
And again, I mean, how would I can't even move my legs to save my life, so how would I know? But we're going to have this conversation and we're going to tell you why it's important to mark this day. But before we get into that, health care should be affordable, and accessible to everyone, regardless of financial status. With this in mind, Equity Health Insurance introduces the Micro Health Plan, a cost-effective health insurance solution tailored for market traders, artisans, small businesses, and of course, low-income earners. Now, for as little as 52 Ghana cedis per month, you get access to outpatient and inpatient care, consultations with accredited health professionals, emergency medical assistance, essential medications, and diagnostic tests. The Micro Health Plan is built to ease the burden of healthcare costs, ensuring that quality medical services are within everyone's reach. Now, of course, for your families and individuals as well, secure your health today. Contact us on 050-933-9414 or 0509-969010 to enroll today. Equity Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Jibu Water staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. Now, to grab our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with a tap and 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers definitely will have a breath of new life. Now, contact us with 020-9845817 or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/gh information about our brand, Jibu Water, a better life. Now, for our conversation, we are throwing the spotlight on International Dance Day. We're celebrating achievement, challenges, and impact of dance in the Ghanaian society. Now, over the years, we have seen brands evolve, dancers come up and go. The other day I was watching social media and I saw a guy telling us about how we've been lied to, that these people were dancers. And this guy dare bring Slim Basta. Like, how dare you? But we're going to talk about that. Joining us for the conversation this morning. Oh, well, before I get into big conversation, we have to wish a happy birthday to someone special, and that is Mr. Martin Kwame Awagah. Birthday, and this coming from your beautiful wife, Christina Swan Awagah. She says, birthday is the one word that cannot truly capture all the emotions we feel on a day like this. When God brought your parents together, we had a divine purpose in mind. He had a divine purpose in mind, the creation of your beautiful soul. You may not be perfect, but your life and your future have already been carefully designed by his hands. Trust the journey, for everything meant for you will come to pass in his perfect time. I thank God for allowing me to be part of the meaningful chapters of your life. May today be a day of both joyful celebration and thoughtful reflection. Enjoy it to the fullest, my love, while I continue to pray over you and our family. With all my love, Christina Swan Awagah. Then that's coming from Matt. Okay, happy birthday to you, sir. We're going to see him later.
He's in the lobby. That's the problem.
So happy birthday to
He's
you,
actually in the
wonderful wife. This comes from your wonderful wife. She says she loves you and she's going to continuously pray over you. Supportive wife, 101.
Mimi, are you?
I'm not married.
No, but are you?
Am I what?
101.
101. Make class.
Lecture.
Make class.
Yeah.
Right. Joining us for the conversation this morning is Lisa Quama, dancer and choreographer. She's also a superstar. She's sitting here like the queen that she is.
It's my first time meeting her.
Me too.
I always watch her and
I'm starstruck.
Yeah.
And also the creators dance group. Their leader will be
Great Hour. Great Hour.
Great Hour. Great Hour is going to be joining as well. We're going to talk on this day, international. No, it's international.
Dance Day.
Why do I keep saying world?
Because it's sometimes it's World Dance Day, International Dance Day. And well, I feel same thing.
Yeah.
If it's international, it's international. If it's world, it's global. So whatever it is, we celebrate dance. Yeah. But good to have
and the fact that some of us are meeting for the very, very first time.
Yeah.
I think I was at the TGMAs and I saw her on the screen coming through and I was like, this girl is you see someone coming and they carry aura. Like, I was like, this girl, I told Mommy, I was like, girl, hairstyle. I see, hey, you see aura, not get on the day, but yeah. I've had people ask about the way you dress. We're going to talk about it briefly. But how do you feel about people addressing you as, someone who's dressing, cross-dressing? Yeah.
How do I feel?
Yeah.
I have no feeling.
About that? You could not be bothered?
I'm not bothered. That's the word, I'm not bothered.
Cry. Have you always wanted to dress like
Yes.
You've dressed your entire life?
Okay, the pictures of me in the dress.
In a dress?
But every picture of that, I was crying. Me for the dress. But I don't know.
You've always done the dress. But why though? Do you think you think it's an innate thing? You just grew up wanting that kind of look?
Because of where I was growing up in. Like, it was dance sports. There was no dress.
You were interested in, so definitely.
Oh, with regard to sports, what exactly?
Everything. Basketball,
high jump, football.
Yes, exactly. So, and I stopped because I didn't want my legs to look bow-legged. That was the only reason. We don't talk long.
You don't talk about that. Oh, lovely. In 3 words, Lisa, how would you describe yourself?
Confident, smart, and kind.
Oh, I like that one. That's a cute part of you people might not know, but that's a part of you not shown to the world. So they know you're a kind girl. You're a sweet girl.
Very sweet.
Anywho,
we have
Great Hour.
Great Hour.
Yeah.
Awa. Yeah. Like Awa.
AWA. Yeah. Initially it was Awagah. Awagah is not actually my name.
It's not
okay. Given to me way back in school. You see, there was this cartoon that came in Awagah. So I used to dance.
Why, they say you look like a cartoon?
Nah, there was this dance scene in that cartoon.
Okay.
I used to dance like that.
Okay. You see where you see what talking about dance. You see the combination. Anyway, you're in my favorite color, so thank you very much.
That's my favorite color too.
Green.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No wonder. See the hair. The green day.
The green day. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Awesome. All right, now let's get into the conversation.
Yes. You studied business administration.
Yes.
When you were in school figuring that out, putting the numbers together, which, by the way, so anyone who would ever go into those things, I would think that you're excited about figures.
Yeah.
It's something that you like to do. Then when? Because I'm thinking business administration and dance. No, what's the connection?
Okay, so dance wasn't even supposed. I started taking dance SHS. So that was SHS 1 when I didn't even want to get punished in school. So forget dance. Math, loved from time.
Loved?
Yes.
Honey, you loved math?
Yes, I really love math.
Any other person on this No, we can't relate.
Hey.
We cannot relate.
I actually did that love math so much. So it just makes sense to do business accounting or science. But I chose business accounting because both my parents did business accounting. And it to be easier to live. Get it to be easier to live.
To make them proud.
Exactly. So I just did accounting. Yeah. So it wasn't about dance first, it was just math. It was just about accounting. Then I didn't want to get punished in school, so I danced. Do you understand?
Why, your school?
It's an entertainment school. Ghana National College. Dance, like you.
Yeah.
You don't get punished by the seniors. I like the soft life.
So you went straight, you went for that. Yes. You're smart. You're very right. You're smart because you are smart. You chose the soft life. Yes. I'm not about to be punished by somebody's son or daughter. No. So I am about to take up the career that I have no business being a part of.
It wasn't even a career at first. It was
just to avoid all the stress that comes with school. Interesting. And so the entire time from SHS1 to 3, you were dancing throughout. Then right out of school, university. Which university?
Premier University.
She's smart though.
Fatwa said Premier
University.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
And over there as well, you joined dance groups. You were part of.
So I joined DWP in SHS1 friend in school, Rachel. She's still there. So she told me that I joined so that I can better skills. And I was one day I had to do that. I went to school. I bring fresh moves. Yeah. So that's when I joined DWP as a student. Learning from Dance Girl Lloyd and Afrobeast. Exactly. So I was learning, and when I come to school, I come and pour them new knowledge. The people who are not there.
Show them small
exactly. Then it just continued to university and we are here.
Whilst you're on campus, was DWP popular?
Yes.
So you were known.
Yes.
What was celebrity life on campus like?
I was never really on campus. And I was never really in class. So I don't know. It's just normal. And then I'm kind, so I was kind to everyone. I was nice to everyone.
And so everybody was nice to you in reverse. Yes. Even though you were not in class, you were in class.
Yes.
Got it.
No, but I'm always in class. Well, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, but you literally just told me that you just
wherever I was in class.
Exactly. It doesn't matter whether you're in class. You eventually was part of that graduation.
Yes.
You graduated.
I graduated.
And you graduated soon here.
Really here.
No, yes. It's with what?
What the tree? I didn't understand you. I thought you meant a certificate is not needed. Is that what you?
No, that's not what I meant. But let's keep that part. Let's keep what I actually meant. But all that matters is that you were able to graduate, and then you're back to dancing again. Anything after dance has done to you as a person? I'm gonna come to you though, Awagah. Awa.
Yeah.
Why don't you just let me call you Awagah for today?
For now, yeah.
For today,
now, yes.
let's call you Awagah.
No, Awa.
Awa.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa, how this by?
Awa. It's easier than Awagah.
Awagah.
Yeah.
Anywho, so anything dance did for you throughout, apart from the fact that it kept you from being punished, anything dance did for you that you think you want to share with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even just limited to dance. I also talk about DWP.
Yes.
Because DWP taught me everything. It trained me. It's not just dance. Dance with a Purpose Academy actually means find your purpose and so we learn other things there. There's confidence boosters. They put you in front of a class to teach. It's not as easy as you think. So that boosts your confidence. That makes you bolder. Yeah. That's how I'm not afraid of interviews.
Yeah. You look like a very, 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 very bold.
No, now there.
But before it wasn't the case.
Before, yes. Yeah. So I got my confidence. The training DWP exposed me to. I also was able to talk. The shyness left. Aside even talking, the dancing too removes the shyness from your system.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to dress better. You don't want to see my throwbacks.
You're terrible, eh?
Terrible. I learned how to dress better in DWP Academy. And basically, there's a lifestyle. They teach you a lifestyle in DWP. So it wasn't just dance, it was about dance with the Purpose Academy for me.
Yeah.
That's what changed about me.
Wonderful. Awagah. Or Awa.
Awa.
This girl now today. You started dancing what brought you into dance in the first place?
What actually brought me was I discovered dance when I was in. I discovered that I could dance when I was in class 6.
Oh.
Primary 6, yeah. That's when a teacher organized our day, on this our day thing. Yeah. He organized a dance battle between I and one other student. And I meow. So,
you definitely did.
Yeah, after that, I think my parents was very, very strict. They were not allowing me to go out like that. So it got to a time they divorced. Then their attention switched. So that's when I started going out to these parties and stuff like that. So in some way, their divorce helped me discover my talent.
Talking about the help, we'll leave that at the. It's not that I like negativity, but did it affect you in any way?
Yeah, in fact, it affected me. Yeah, it did, because none of them were now paying attention to us again. Because you go here, this one will say go here. You go here, this one will say it was where. So I lived with my mom after JHS, and I completed SHS. Right after that, I went to Tamale. I got employed as a graphic designer. So anytime I'm in the office, I'll be seeing my colleagues dancing on the TV, Charlie. That day, my mood was poor. Yeah, so with that, and then I ran away from the workplace to Accra here. So I came to Accra. Even when coming to Accra, I didn't even know what I was coming to do, because Ziggy posted that he was starting a dance class. And since I'm a graphic designer, I just did a design and I sent to his DM. He was like, oh, this is nice. Where do you live? And I said, oh, I'm in Tamale. I work in Tamale. He said, okay, whenever you come to Accra. Then I ran away to Accra.
Oh, okay. So Ziggy, what's the reason why you ran to Accra?
So I came to Accra because he was starting the dance class. That D-Day, he was doing the class. So I came in and I went to the class. I to him that, I'm the one that did the flyer. Oh, okay. So since then I started rehearsing. And then throughout the years, after I think 2 or 3 years, and then I created mine.
A lot of separations in your life.
Yes.
How does that, as a man, do you want to talk about that experience, knowing that most of the situations you've had to find yourself in, from home to the group that you thought you could find your purpose in, separating, how did that affect you? I want to know
positively, because my parents' helped me discover my talent, and this one also helped me that I can do it on my own.
On your own?
Yeah. It's good.
Right? Oh, I love that. That is turning lemons into lemonade, right? And how long have you been doing dance?
Professionally, let's say 5 years. Dancing is a year, funeral and things. Let's say 15 years.
We add the a year and everything to it. It's over 15 years. Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. I think now that we do know how it all started and how you guys got into it, I mean, as we speak, it's almost like if I'm a musician and I bring in a song and I don't have a dance to it, the song will blow. Some way, somehow, you get it. So we've realized that a lot of musicians are even tuning into bringing danceable songs at the end of the day, so that that cooperation can come into place. Both of you are great dancers. You are part of a team. You are also part of it. In fact, you created a team. I get that right?
Yeah.
Good. So when these songs come into play and they've brought it to you that, okay, create a dance challenge for it or create a dance to it. First of all, how do you guys get to go according to this? And then interrelation, is it that you sit with the musician, you get to do, or you just let them go, you do your thing and then you give it back to them? And how has that impacted your dance skills in the first place? So I'll start with this.
Okay, so thank you for the question. Quiz.
The quiz,
Yeah. So, what I'll say is that every musician wants.
Okay.
You can either win that challenge or you can either win viral video.
Okay.
In the viral video, you are leaving the dancer to do what he wants to do.
Okay.
As in, either go hard or go soft.
Okay.
You don't have to replicate the dance. It's not for the viewers to replicate. The viewers to enjoy. That's one. And the second one is the dance challenge that most people are doing now.
Okay.
It's for the viewers and everyone who's watching to replicate. So that's easier. Do you understand? So in doing this too, it depends on what the client wants. So if the client wants a dance challenge, things come to play, things that you know that a dancer can do and a non-dancer can do. That's what you put into the dance
challenge.
So in DWP, it's not one person who dances, it's the whole group that dances together. And it helps our creating skills because somebody will hear lyrics you don't hear. Everyone is now paying attention to the elements of music. I'm talking like it's some science. Everyone's paying attention to the elements of the music for a dance challenge. So now, talking about the dance moves, we do moves that are easy to do when you're sitting. Other people that are not dancers can do. And then if we watch it because we are the ones seeing. If it's sweet, if it makes sense, it goes. If it doesn't make sense, we change it. That's for the dance challenges. But for the viral videos, we do whatever we feel like doing. Yeah.
All right. Oh.
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We are all in the same industry. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. I think there was a time where, I don't know, it became some sort of a banter. I don't know who put it out there. I stand to be corrected, but it was much more like a shade to musicians. Say, hey, in the mix of that, and how did you feel about it?
No, I wasn't in the mix.
No, for me, like, I had it though, but then it wasn't my thing because we are working. If you bring a song, fine. If you don't bring it, we are working. So I don't think I felt anything bad about that.
But has there been a case where, you know, it's not necessarily for the musician to bring the song to you? You've heard the song, you feel like, this one, for dance to one, you get it. And maybe through your dance skills, the song just, you know, moved out. You get me? Because I tell you, one, for example, is the new one. The one with, what's his name? Is it Kojo Black? Was it Excellent or something?
Excellent,
Good.
yes.
I personally didn't pay attention to the song till I saw the dance moves towards it. Exactly, and because as a creative and as an MC, I'm always looking through dance moves because we were replicated that somewhere else. You get coming from. So it got me attached to the song because I felt the dance moves, not necessarily liking the song before the dance. And that has grown on me. As dancers, how do you feel about this?
Well, it makes us like happy because now you're seeing the power of dance. Sometimes some songs you don't even know the lyrics or the beats. But when you see the dance to it, you can't get the song over. You can't get it in your head. So it just makes us feel appreciated that you love a craft and then you are really into a craft. That's how I feel. And then honestly, I feel like International Dance Day being celebrated in Ghana is one big thing because back in the day, it was just a day we all passed through, right? And then, so this means a lot for us. And then, next time, I think like a car giveaway for a dancer.
And that's not too hard for
It's not hard.
Too hard for God to do, Lisa. I would also want to find out if he recognized. It's been a long time. Like I said earlier, we saw, I think that would be last week, one of the content creators post up lies that were told as kids, and then he brought up the dance thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And he brought up all the people we celebrated as international dancers, like including Slim Basta. Like, how can you not talk about dance and include Slim Basta? But he was like, Slim Basta asanane intro. Not that. But that was then, and we appreciated it, but it probably wasn't as huge as we see it now. Do you feel like the kind of recognition that a dancer needs, you've gotten there or we're still getting there? We're still getting there. You don't feel that appreciation yet?
No, I feel very grateful for how far we've come, but there's still more.
There's still more.
Yeah, there's still more.
What would success for you mean?
For me?
Yes.
I'll say if I'm a choreographer, I don't have to be in the spotlight to be a dancer. That's when I feel like.
All right.
Yes, because it's more than you. It's more than you dancing. And then when you're the choreographer, it's just beautiful that you are the director of the performance you see on stage. You're the one controlling everything. That's where I find my peace. Not being on the stage all the time. So we'll get there. There's a lot of opportunities that we need to get in Ghana to be able to display that part of us. Because outside Ghana, it's not even about the people on stage. It's about the choreographer, who puts them together. Yeah. That's when you know a real dancer. So the stage is a level. There's levels.
There are levels to that stage,
basically. There's levels. I feel like there's levels. It's my opinion.
No. But you've done your research around these things, and you've gotten to appreciate what the levels of dance there is. Because who is teaching the dance is, in this context, higher than who is.
No. Everyone plays their specific roles. Every role is important.
Right.
But it's one that oversees the whole thing. So you are the teacher, you are the brain, and you are the performer. But just like in this case, you don't want to perform.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So that's, I feel like
sometimes when you are behind, you even see let's say like this game called Dame. Always the one standing aside sees much better than those playing. So that is how it works.
Exactly.
So when you are somewhere else, you see every corner.
It makes
I never for once in my entire life thought that I would sit down with dancers, and this is in no way to undermine the craft, but I never thought I would sit down with dancers and have this depth of conversation where you guys are speaking from, a deeper place than what we see. What is the future like for dance when we're looking at? It's big. Do we get back to support? Do we have the industry behind us?
Ghana Blasters.
Hi, my name is Ruki. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion. There's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they'll always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Jibu, transforming opportunity to thrive.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
You're welcome back to the show. Yes, we're still talking International Dance Day and Lisa Quama and our... Is it Chief Hour?
Great Hour.
Great
Hey,
Hour.
you there, you change everything.
Why?
Charlie,
Why?
let she give you different names.
Make her give you different names. And you see it's in the future. Anyway, finally, in fact, before we wrap up this entire conversation, let's talk about, we're talking about the future of dance, support. What do you both intend to do when it comes to developing dance in Ghana?
For me, I think we are already doing that. We are already doing it, putting on people. Like, right now, parents are allowing their kids to go dance. Initially, it wasn't like that. Hey, who will pay like that. But now I think because of the improvement we've been able to put in, they are allowing their kids to come dance. It's beautiful. So I think there's way much things ahead. Yeah.
I love that. Lisa?
With me, there's so much to do. Like a dance school. Because right now it's like everyone in Ghana is a dancer.
Yes.
So teach. And then aside the teaching, in fact, in the teaching, you have to teach performance, you have to teach choreography. Way bigger. And then I feel like in Ghana, we're nowhere near. So there's so much to do. And we are doing it. We'll do it. There's a lot to do.
I believe that you can. But one of the reasons why we brought you on the show today is to celebrate what you guys have done. You guys have shown such resilience and dedication to this. When we see you dance, you're right when you tell us that we enjoy certain music or certain songs better just because we see Lisa dancing or we see our dancing to it. Because that choreography, that dance part adds a bit of spice to these amazing songs that are being produced. So thank you so much for allowing yourself, for God to use you to promote something that is going to, you know, create a whole beautiful future for other people. Again, you mentioned that parents are allowing their kids to dance now. We see your colleague, Afronita, and she's giving so many young girls the confidence they want or they need to move forward, even in class. You know, these little girls, I was speaking to one of them and she was like, oh, I'm a better person. Yeah, I'll show you her. She's so cute. And she's with her. And we've seen how dance has evolved over time. And thank you all so much. And all your colleagues that participated in making this thing loud. We appreciate you. Keep doing you. And next year when we are dancing, hopefully we get in by the car. And I want
money day.
Money day. If the car we for buying. Maybe we just stop to do the long. Final words before we leave, guys.
Thank you for celebrating us. It's our day. So that doesn't mean it's a holiday.
It will be. You know, very soon we should make it a holiday.
Yeah. But see the government.
Yes.
They will make a holiday for you.
Yes.
Shoot my shirts in.
Yeah, shoot your shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to you guys for making this a beautiful one, for appreciating us dancers too. Yeah,
we do.
Also, our brother putting day as a international dance day. Thanks to that person too.
Your group, the name of the group?
The Creators.
The Creators. Me or you?
Look at Lisa. Look at Lisa.
15.
Lisa bought 18 Creators.
The Creators. Yeah.
Wow.
After all these people, wow.
Not easy. But
no, I like that. It's not easy.
It's not easy, but go. Guys, thank you so much for coming. And to you out there, celebrate a dancer today. You know, put them up. You know, hire them for those amazing events of yours. And we've seen what they can do for events and even your music videos and whatever. Celebrate them today. They're doing amazing. Let's give them a reason to keep pushing forward. Thank you all so much for being a part of this celebration. We'll be straight to the plug right after this.
Welcome to VIP Access Podcast, the second season here. Steady.
Take a dive into the stars behind Africa's music industry, from Kenyan contemporary music to hip hop.
No, I'm happy to be here.
So, South African jazz to the best in pop music.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Then 2022 was now the surprise, guys. I'm back.
How did you imagine rescue me as a kid?
The most powerful stories emerge behind the scenes.
Creativity has no bounds. Like, we are all intermingling and cross-pollinating.
I'll always be inspired if you keep on listening.
VIP Access is back like we never left.
Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influence in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes. Fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
The all-new season of your favorite evening talk show is here.
You need to work to be able to get what you want.
Can I think get what?
If a man understands that the woman's makeup, sexual makeup, is not same as mine, I need it every 2 days. In fact, some men need it every day.
The Dish returns on your screens with more laughter, inspiration, and powerful conversations with progressive women than ever before.
They are my brothers, they are my friends. In trying to please people, you begin to lose yourself. You get to a point where you don't even know who you are anymore. And then people start to define you.
This season, we're diving deeper into real-life issues affecting women, unfiltered and raw. Challenges faced by women in our society.
I'm like, how do I want to be in a place where I wake up every day and I have marks, my face is swollen, or something is happened to me some way or the other, and I'm supposed to be covering up and giving an excuse for someone who's doing that to me? It doesn't feel good.
Join us every week as we sit down with incredible women, each with their own stories to share.
You can read my caption.
Rosamond, I brought you here to have an interview, and that's what we're going to do. Stories that will move you, challenge you, and leave you thinking long after the show.
Owning your sexuality is understanding, being aware of your individual energy. It's more than the physical, it's the energies that you also come with.
From the triumphs, the struggle, we're covering it all.
At the point where I realized that my auntie needed some particular help, I said, no, I have to stand up and talk about mental health.
Get ready for thought-provoking conversations, inspiring guests, and a whole lot of heart. This is The Dish, where women lead the conversation. Don't miss out. The Dish is presented by Epiglow. Okay, welcome back to the show right here on MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. Yes, the plug, it is. And this morning, we have the birthday man. He's sitting right across me. And we want to celebrate this fantastic young man. Ladies and gentlemen, help me put my hands together. Let's celebrate. Martin, thank you so much.
Thank
you. I think that you're one of the few young people in Ghana who is really doing amazing, who's giving image of the Ghanaian youth, of the Ghanaian man.
Just past the youthful.
I told you, you're still youthful.
Yeah, I'm not yet.
You are now 50 what?
Yeah, an old man.
But thank you.
Thank you.
We saw what you did with FinTech Awards. We see what you're going to be doing with Cyber Haze. And even at FinTech Awards, the stages of the event are amazing. Thank you so much. And wife Christina, she says I should tell you that she loves you from here to here. To everywhere. She loves you so much.
Yeah.
Well, today we're not talking FinTech Awards. We're talking Cyber Haze.
Yeah.
And it's a stage play. Please run me through what brought this idea and when it's happening, why you're actually even staging a play like this that is going to be educating.
So the whole concept, you know how every year during the FinTech Awards, we've also mentioned severally that the awards was, basically a conference and then awards into one. So like you rightfully mentioned, that over the years, there were different stages or different programs or activities taking place on that day. So every year we try as much as possible to do something innovative. Last year you saw a debate. This year we came with the skits. So one of the prevalent issues we've noticed in the industry, the financial sector in its entirety, is fraud, scams, and data breaches. And I mean, we just woke up this morning or yesterday to realize MTN had lost 5,700 clients. Customers' data has been hacked. So MTN has been hacked. So these issues, I mean, even this year, when the president was inaugurated, we also heard that his Twitter account was hacked. So these issues are becoming more common. And I always say that the emerging technologies we have today poses a lot of complexities and challenges. We as Africans and Ghanaians are not really ready to take our cybersecurity issues seriously. Now, gone were the days when it came to protecting your banking details when it comes to the financial sector. Protecting your banking details, your bank records and all that. It was just the custody of the commercial banks. But these days, with the introduction of FinTech or technology in the way we go about our finances, a lot of the issues as it relates to your banking records are also very important or have to be kept by you.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Drama, betrayal, fate, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yavita, and I am your host. Cheers.
We apologize for those technical hitches, but we're back in the studio. Cyber haste is the conversation. Heist.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an Englishman.
They just say something there. Yeah. But anyway, we're talking about the importance of this education. Yeah. So please, let's go back.
So gone were the days when fintechs were not at the fore. Mm-hmm. And the custody of your financial data was the sole preserve of the commercial banks. Mm-hmm. Now this has changed. Mm-hmm. You notice anytime you send any financial transactions through the Momo platforms, you get a feedback, which is data. Mm-hmm. Previously, if you needed that bank statement, you would have to go to the bank. Yeah. Apply for it before you get it. Yes. But these days, it's at your fingertips. Yes. And you can request for it any day and time, or you can have access to that data on your phone any day and time. That means that that protection that we used to have, whereby our banking details were the sole preserve of the commercial banks, is no longer the case. Now you also, as an individual, have control over that banking data, that financial transactions you've been doing. And so people are not really taking some of those things seriously. They are not seeing some of the spots through which they can get them, or through which they can freely give their information and data for some of these unscrupulous parties who use them to this data to hack them. Yes. Okay. So we came up with a concept with the mind that Africa, we've always leveraged on storytelling. I mean, from time immemorial, you've noticed that we passed on stories or history through storytelling through generations. And we said one of the things that some of these messages, one of the reasons why some of these messages are not getting to the core of the people is because of one, language barrier. They may not understand the English you are speaking. Two, the jargons and the complexities associated with this financial sector issues are not getting down to them. So we said, why don't we dramatize this in English and imbibe in there our local dialect so that they can relate to it. So through storytelling, we are bringing Cyber Haste to educate people, to get them to understand some of the complexities and nuances as relates to their digital, financial, or digitalization agenda, and break down the concepts, the jargons, so that they can understand and practicalize it in terms of seeing it happen on stage. This has never been done before. And like I've always told you, and like you've always experienced, some of the things we bring up,
it has never been
done before.
I mean, it's us. Okay, I have to prove myself. Now, my lady here, you want to tell us the role you play in this in the grand
scheme of things.
Okay, so my name is Cassandra, Head of Operations for Closer. So Closer is the golden sponsor for the Cyber Haste. Okay. The main role we are playing is to create awareness. We want to promote financial inclusion. But what's the essence of promoting financial inclusion when people don't have confidence in the financial innovations? And what makes people lack that confidence is as a result of they are not fully aware of the complexities that it comes with. So we have our parents still who don't know how to navigate their app. They keep calling people to come in. My mom is my date of birth and all those things. We have the youth that faster way of making money, multiplying their incomes in. So any video they see on social media, they jump in on it. So we believe the Cyber a platform that is create awareness and let people know what's actually happening on their ground, and then to educate
them as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you're coming on board as a gold sponsor.
Yes.
So on the day you're coming to give us. We're at a global entrepreneurship festival, and someone asks that what are they going to do? Put money in their pocket. All this education is too much. But again, it's on the light. That's light, and education is definitely important. Now, to my gentleman, you happen to be more tired. I have to pick on him. I have to pick on him. Tell me your role with and all you're doing with the project.
Okay, so my role as I work for Village Minds Production.
Okay. The producers of
exactly. And my work is to make sure that we bring to life what he dreams of, what we dream of, but we also make sure that we don't give people a feel left out. And so, like you said, we are breaking down the jargon, registers, the language to the basic and barest minimum for every Ghanaian. So you listen to elements of Cree, you hear some Ga, some small Hausa, because Accra is cosmopolitan. I mean, we can't speak all the languages, but at least the dominant languages, we should be able to inculcate that in our work so that people will feel that, yes, they are speaking to me. You also realize that if you come to watch, you realize there are some people in the come 20 times, 30 times. Those people, so that if you are that person, you some sort of you are up. And so to not to quote but a theater call it performer once said that art is a window to reality, but not it's also a hand you can mold reality. So we are molding different reality. So we have you hear issues of you about MSN could be open shame. There are people who use free Wi-Fi. They just sit somewhere. They say, those are when you do those things, you open yourselves to people are able to quickly look. People are their dates of birth. When you go on Facebook, your birthday is this. Oh, happy birthdays! If dates of birth and your birthday is also on, and people are. Someone can just decide to, use try one or two things, and voila. And then the issues of, impersonation, begins, and the whole issue blows up. So we as performers are living the realities of people who have been attacked, in the cyberspace. So basically, that's what we are doing.
Wonderful.
Simply put, we are actors.
Wonderful. This is happening when? Do we have to pay for it? It's a paid-for event, and so when is it happening? How much is it?
So this is happening on Friday, just this Friday.
This coming Friday?
Yes.
You mean this coming Friday?
Yes.
So people want to catch me on this Friday?
Yes.
Because it's classroom time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No. I mean, we're not only going to be watching a play based on what we've discussed this morning. It is also an avenue to learn.
Yes.
Because at the Ghana Fintech Awards, I actually did learn. Did you see me? I was very attentive. So it's like this guy. But before then, I had been my WhatsApp had been hacked.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My WhatsApp had been. I was crying for days. I was crying for days.
That's. I mean, you're just cloned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's happening on Friday, 2nd May 2025 at the National Theatre, 6 p.m. exact. Now tickets are going for 150 single, 280 double, and then for students, because now we've created this package for students, which is 70 Ghana cedis. Reason being, we are all falling prey to this. Anybody can fall prey to it. Once you have an email, once you are online, engaging online with anybody, you can fall prey to it. So it doesn't matter your status in this country or economy. You need to be at the National Theatre on Friday. Now, for students, we are giving them a 70 cedis package, for which if you are a student and you pick that package, you just come to the National Theatre and then you show your ID and then you are allowed in. But, one of the things I also want to put out is, just as we are speaking about this topic, just this week, the Bank of Ghana fraud report stated categorically that the total value of money lost to fraud in Ghana last year, 2024, has risen from 88 million to 99 million Ghana cedis. 10 million increase. So for me, that's the reality in numbers. That's the reality that is giving me a wake-up call to understand that, you know, we have to now start making conscious effort as an individual and as a country to protect our digital health or our digital space. And most of the technologies that are coming these days, most people do not understand them. How many people understand blockchain? How many people understand fintech, even how to use their Momo apps and all that? How many people understand some of those things? In conversation, like she rightfully mentioned, you can give your password to someone without even noticing that. I mean, in Ghana, we trust too much. We are too hospitable at times. And we give our passwords out without knowing. And some of the people, I mean, it's all displayed in the play when you come. Some of the people you think you trust are the same people who are sending your information out there for you to be hacked. And they sell them for money. These things are sold. So there's a whole issue, and I think we are not taking this is it's actually a silent killer in the digital space, and we are not really talking about it. The radio stations need to come on board. Particularly for me, this project should have been a nationwide project.
We'll get there.
So I mean, we're also launching a fund for it to see how best we can take this tour across the country and even Africa, because we are getting calls even from other parts of, particularly Nigeria. We had an interview with a Nigerian station that was like, oh, we are interested. This looks really exciting and would like to, you know, be a part of it. So it's not just a Ghanaian thing, but when you look at the statistics, I mean, if we had enough time, I would have gone into the numbers for you to see at the global level what's happening, the African level, and it is devastating.
Oh my God.
The numbers are scary. And you know, numbers don't lie. They are scary. And so we need to, and for me, what keeps me awake also is the fact that some of these technologies, we don't have, they are not being built in Africa.
So we might have the knowledge, but
we don't have the knowledge to be able to, you know, protect ourselves, you know, and it's really scary. That's all I can say.
It's really scary what we see. Cyber Haste is coming up on the 2nd of May. That's this Friday. I'm going to be there. And as you always know, we're all going to be there to support such an incredible project. We want you to be there. And what time does it start again? 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Not 6:15, not 6:01. 6 p.m. You know how we do it. We're always on time. The short code to use to get the ticket is also *713 *33 *092#. Or just jump onto, is there any platform we can
Yes, there's a platform, Ego Tickets. www.egotickets.com/events/cyberhaste.
Awesome. Any numbers you would want us to
They can call my number, 0241 339 037.
Again.
0241 339 037.
Okay. Grab your ticket today. Or can we just buy tickets at the venue?
Yes, you can buy tickets at the venue. You can also purchase tickets on the website and on the short code.
Please, you explore
Please, it's
websites.
not hacked. That short code is not hacked.
Explore websites more. You guys, you like to go to the venue too much. Explore websites more. Buy the tickets on there. Let's have a good time, because also it's an opportunity to learn. Gentlemen and lady, thank you so much for joining me on the show. We'll see you on Friday. And to you out there, thank you all so much for being a part of the show. It's always amazing to do the show with you. See you again tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Note to be all our social media platforms. It's MX24GH on all social media platforms. Don't miss the amazing things we have for you, like entertainment, education, and everything in between is what we offer you. Continue to be a part of this wonderful family. My name is Miriam Udwak-Mensah. See you again tomorrow.